see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup. I can't think. I'm to go. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snap your fingers.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. Punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
12. Here we go.
First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Fine, ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
11. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
On 1, ready?
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Let's get set. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Give on 2nd. It's Brown. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here we go. 11. Right in.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. And the fair catch secured here at the 16.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Pickett. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Galloping inside the 40. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Gun, behind.
Off the play fake, Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
He crosses the 35. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throw from Pickett. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Pickett has him on the quick hitter, and they take him down right along the 30.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there, and that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Into the nickel set, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. To the right, he's got to Slom. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
11, MT. Just get set. 11. Dot. Right 80. Right dot.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 2.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11. Right 80. Right shot. Dot.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Right, 12. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Pistol snap to Pickett. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Let's go now. Mikey, 18. Check, bobcat. Ready to plan?
Pickett working from the gun. That's Laporta again. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Set. 60 Eagle.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by the rookie that time, Demetrius Knight. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. To throw, Pickett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and long for him here. Big strike here to Williams. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Clock's now to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
180. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. 180. 180 shot. 11 mighty. Stop.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. 180 shot. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
11, 11, 11, wide 80. Stop.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Catch made by All. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's get set. Stop.
The first down carry for Brown. Oh, he put him, and he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And gain 11 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On play action now, Pickett. Finds him on the crossing route. He's still going at the 30. Keeps it moving. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
Yeah, that's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fox now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow now against a blitz. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Move the chains! Got to move this chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Gun, gun. Shot. Shot. 180. 11, 11, 11, 11. Shot.
Burrow on first down. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
On one, ready?
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's tackled for no gain.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. 11 Mighty.
He'll air it out on 3rd. It's caught. Chase has it. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
To the air again. It's Burrow. Right back to Chase. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get set. 12. Stop.
Piron. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he cuts it back right. At the 20. And they take this in for the score. The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
On 1, ready?
So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. 180. 12. Stop.
Burrow on the play action. Absolutely fires this one right side. He had it for a moment but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Gun.
Brown on the inside give. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's Raymond on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, Pickett. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Talk 70.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air with Pickett. Bengals get to him and take him down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Pickett to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. Brought in, inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. Able to find right. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Pickett working from the gun. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Pressure comes. Pickett. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And 4th and 4 coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Bates' kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Fox now to kick this one away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Here we go, here we go. Behind. Right 80. Left. Behind.
Burrow from the gun. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. With 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We got whistles. It's a timeout.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 47-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go.
Burrow now on 1st down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Quick slant, that's Williams. On the move, past the 40. Down the left sideline he goes. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Here's Raymond on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
and 10 from the 32. Now Pickett. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go now. Crack on 80. Pat the street.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Handoff here for Gibbs on his own read. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east to west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Pass on that long field goal would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're going to be sent off after the turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can. 12. 11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1-1, ready?
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
12.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds the in route complete. He dodged the tackle, running in the red zone. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grab the lead on their first series of the half. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead.
Bengals 35, Lions 31. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. Now he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down.
19 Tiger, Panther straight.
To throw is Pickett. He rolls to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Pulled in at the 20. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go. Start. Right 80. What is stop?
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20.
Start. Right 80. 11.
Gets it out wide quick. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Right 80, 11 Thomas. Dad.
Off the play fake. Burrow. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Thomas. Here we go. White 80. 11. Shot.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. 25 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Just keeps connecting to Chase. And they're gonna keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close.
On 2, ready?
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll run again with Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 12.
Throw here, 3rd down. This finds all, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Brown on the carry. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Running for it with Brown. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals now lead by 10.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Lions 31.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Pickett. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Pickett. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off on Barrett Carter. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Pickett on 1st and 10. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now here's Pickett. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Screen here for Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Sticking in the air with Pickett. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this 3rd down call.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Trying to get it with the option. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Pickett. That one connects. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now one score in the fourth.
Touchdown, Lions.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Pickett getting everybody on the same page here. They're going for two.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hey, give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me the lock. Give me the rock. And give him a key. There's only me. Wait till
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Right 80. Let it cut.
Burrow from the gun. They did it! He made the interception! Madden comes up with it. And the Lions have some new life in the fourth.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Gibbs again. This is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on third down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
They'll run in with Montgomery. Oh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on third and goal.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
So now a timeout comes in. They can talk over what to do here on 4th and 2. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Stop.
Brown to start the drive. And he does not make it out of the end zone. He just just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill. This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the thousandth time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
This is Gibbs on second down. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Gotta figure out this third down here. To throw. Big strike here to Williams. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
It's Gibbs on the carry. And he'll make his way through for a pick of the 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here he is to throw. Drops Willie. No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Here he is to throw. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Design quarterback run here. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half.